Shalakia. Right, this is Revelations 18 breakdown continue. Right, Psalms chapter 35. I'm read that verse again. Verse 8. Let destruction come upon him unawares, and let his net that he have hid catch himself into that very destruction, and let him fall. Right, to that very destruction, Esau is going to fall. Right, by the way of his own understanding, by the way of how he sets up his traps and how he sets up his legal systems. Hey, man, and hey, he's going to fall by that same net, by that same pit, and he's going to receive double. I'm going to go to Zechariah 9 and 12. All right, let's go to Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 12. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 9 and verse 12. Turn ye to the stronghold, you prisoners of hope. Right, we're the prisoners of hope. Right? Even today do I declare that I render double unto thee. Right, so these other nations, they got to get double, man. The Most High is about to render double unto them. Right? Verse 13, when I have bent Judah for me, filled with the bow of Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. Right? And when they're going to get that double, hey, the Most High is going to raise us up as his swords, man. Right? As his battle axe, as his bow against the sons of Greece, man. Against the so-called white man. And ultimately against these different nations as well. But they're going to get rendered double, man, according to their works. All right, so let's go back to Revelation chapter 18. All right? It's Revelation chapter 18. Verse 7. How much hath she glorified herself and lived deliciously? So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Right? Because America has never had war on this land from another nation. Right? They said, I sit a queen. Right? They say, hey, man, what I see, I shall see no sorrow. Meaning, I'm not going to see the death of my citizens by war. I'm not going to see the death of my citizens by an invasion. Right? I sit a queen. Right? Meaning, America thinks they're untouchable. Right? And it says, verse 8. Right? Let's go to Isaiah 47 and 8. Our America thinks they untouchable, man. They got they spend 51% of his dollars goes to the military, right? Everybody wants to look at Esau's tanks and drones, right? Everybody wants to say, I came back from war, I came back from Iraq, but those days are coming to an end, man. Right? Isaiah 47 verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly. Now, what country dwells carelessly, right? You can go to Sin City, right? You can go to a concert in the middle of the week, right? You just kind of take off work and just go to a concert. Hey, this place dwells carelessly, right? And it says, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me, right? They say they the Most High, right? They say I'm the Most High, right? And there's nobody beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children, right? Meaning they're not going to see the death of their citizens in war. Right, because war has never been on this land. And that's what they say to themselves. I'm not going to see the loss of children. Right? Verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection. The Most High say the loss of children and widowhood is going to come upon America in its perfection, man. Perfectly. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of enchantments, man. Right? That damn Satan... right, using their wicked devices, man. They satanic devices. And Most High is going to destroy America for that very thing. Right? This is Revelation 18 and verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning. And we just read that. And one day, the Most High is going to bring death and mourning. He's going to bring the loss of children and widowhood. Right? And famine. And she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her, right? Because war is coming to this land, nuclear missiles. This place is going to be burned with fire. We know that. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 9 and 4. Let's get the classic. It's Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. So every battle of the ancient times was garments rolled in blood. Hand-to-hand combat. People flipping people. Noises being called out from the generals. Commands being let off. Elephants roaring. Trumpets being blown. Right? That's how the old wars were fought. How is World War III going to be fought? It's going to be fought the same way. Right? It's going to be fought with, buttons, and technology, right? And it says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, right? And this war is going to be fought with burning and fuel of fire, nuclear missiles, underwater nuclear missiles, right? Any type of nuclear missile, you think about it, is coming to this place, right? In full effect, right? So that's why it says, hey, she shall be utterly burnt with fire. This place is going to get judged with fire, huh? All right, let me see if I can get another one. Right. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 11. Yea, shall conceive staff, and you shall bring forth stubble. Your breath as fire shall devour you, and the people shall be as the burnings of lime, as thorns cut up shall they be burnt in the fire, man. Right? Hear ye that are far off what I have done, and ye that are near acknowledge my might. Right? The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness have surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who amongst us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? Hey, man. And who's going to dwell with everlasting burnings? Right? Everlasting fire. The 2/3 of our people in the wicked, the heathen of the other nations, they're going to get that everlasting fire. They're going to get that burning. They're going to be the thorns that's cut up and that's burnt in that fire, man. The Lord not playing around, right, with America, man, and the inhabitants thereof, right? Is Revelations 18 and verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, right? The other kings, the merchants of the earth, right? We read in Ezekiel 28, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, right? They're going to be bewailing America, right? They can't get rich through America anymore, right? These kings of these different countries going to be crying, right? They're going to be like, damn, I wish we had America. Hey, they're going to be waxing poor, man. Because America's not buying their products no more. Because America was burnt with fire. Right? And it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. It's going to take 1 hour to destroy this whole country. The Lord says it's going to take 1 hour to destroy this place. Right? May not be a little hour. Right? But we know it's going to be very quick. Right? That's just hip talk for very quick. It's going to be very quick for this place to go down, man. It said, the Lord said in one day, death and mourning is going to come to this place, man. All right, and it says, verse 11, and thy merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. So no man, right, no, this country's not going to be able to buy their merchandises from India, from China, right, from Iran, right, from damn Azerbaijan, right, from damn Pakistan. Right, Pakistan not going to be able to get rich through America no more. Right, they have to deal with it and find another way. Right, all of these small countries that America got them rich through buying their, hey, they're gonna have to deal with it in that day. Right, they're gonna be crying and bewailing. Right, verse 12, the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet. So these are all the things America buys, right? That America consumes, right? To put in their stores in New York City, right? To put in their stores in damn LA. Right, to put in their stores all over the world, all over the country, man. Right, purple and silk and scarlet. Right, these are the expensive stuff. And of thine wood in all manners of ivory, and all manners of vessels of precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble, and cinnamon and odors. Right, America gets their food from these different countries, and ointments and frankincense and wine. Right, and the oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts. Right, sheep and horses and of chariots and slaves and souls of men. So America also gets souls of men. America gets souls of men, huh? Right, slaves and souls of men. That's America was big and known for that trade, man, of our people. Right, verse 14. And the fruits that thy soul lusteth after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty, your goodly meats, right? And which all things were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Right, Jake not gonna be able to open the fridge at 2 in the morning anymore and eat 3 sandwiches, man. right? Those days are coming to a complete end, man. The souls, that are dainty, and lusted after, they departed from you, man. Right? Verse 15, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her, right, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, the great city which was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. So great. That's what they're going to be saying. The great riches of this place, right? All the money that Babylon the Great look, they look beautiful, right? Look at all these different cities, right? It's come to naught in that day, man. Right? It's going to come to nothing. Right? It's going to say it again. For in 1 hour is so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. So all these countries going to be beholding America. They're going to be looking at America and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And that's what they're going to say. What city is like unto this great city? And that's what they've been saying. Right? Let's go to Revelation 13 and 4. They feared America. Right? It's Revelation 13 and 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. Right? And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And that's what they say about America. Who's like this country? Right? Who's able to go to war with this country? Right? So let's go back to Revelation 18. They're saying the same thing. Right? Verse 18, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust upon their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that bad ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour she is made desolate. Man. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and you holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you of her. And hey, we got to rejoice as a nation. It's not time to be sad that America is crumbling before your eyes. Right? The Most High said, rejoice. They killed our prophets. Right? They killed our apostles. The Most High avenged us of her. Right? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 16. All right, Proverbs chapter. Shlakia, bear with me. Let me go to the book of Job 21 and 30. Right, this is the book of Job, chapter 21 and verse 30. The wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. So the wicked that was created is for the day of destruction. You can't be sad and mad that the wicked is being destroyed in that day. You have to be happy for what they have done to your, because they're being rewarded double for what they gave to your people. All right, let's go to Proverbs 3 and 25. That's what I wanted. All right, the book of Proverbs 3 and verse 25. And it says, for be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. Right, so don't be afraid of the sudden fear that's going to come to this place, nor the desolation of the wicked that's surely going to come to this place. You can't fear that. Hey, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Right, you got to rejoice. And if it's not for you, you got to be rejoice and be happy, man. Right, let's go to Psalms 137 and 7. Right, you have to be happy. You have to rejoice because what they did to your saints, your foremothers, and your forefathers is coming to them in full effect. Right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Right, so they're going to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. And you got to be happy. You have to be happy. You have to be jumping up and down that you get to do that. Right? Happy that he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. So let's go back to Revelations. Let's finish it. All right, chapter 18 and verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall this great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And the voice of the harpers and musicians and the pipers and trumpets shall be heard no more at all in thee. Right, the mirth of this land, right, the trumpets, right, the parties, right, everything that goes on in this land, the carnivals, the festivals, the damn protests, the damn, right, you got the damn block parties, all of that being shut down. The Lord said they ain't gonna be heard no more at all in this place, right? And no craftsmen, right? The no craftsmen represent your lower level workmen, right? Your blue collar work. That ain't you gonna see companies being shut down, restaurants being closed, all of that's over with. Of whatsoever craft he be, shall he be found no more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee, right? No more jobs, no more, all of that's coming to a naught in this place, and you living in the beginning of the end. All right, let's go to Ecclesiastes 12:4. Let's get another witness. All right, let's get another witness. All right, let's go to Ecclesiastes 12:4. Right, so hey, man, these other nations better live it up in this place, because it's coming to an end. It's Ecclesiastes 12:4. All right, and it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Right, the grinding is the work, right, the working that's going on, right? The door's gonna be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, right? And she shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low, right? The mirth is gonna be brought low in this place. No work, right? The daughters of music, right? All right, no concerts, no mirth in this place, right? Let's go to Isaiah 24:8. Right, and it says, Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 8, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, and the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth. Right, so the noise of those that's rejoicing is going to end. The joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song, a strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down, and every house is shut up, that no man may come in. Whew. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And that's plain upon tables, right? That the mirth of the land is going to be gone, right? Verse 23, Revelations 18:23. And the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And all nations been deceived by this great whore, by this place called America. Right? Right? Our nations have been deceived by this great whore America. All right, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 51. All right, let's go to Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. And these nations are now getting privy to America, right, being deceived. All right, they're waking up from that wine. Remember, they committed fornication with her. They drunk of that wine, and they kind of got in bed with America. But now it's the next morning. Now these nations are kind of rubbing their eyes, like, what's going on? Right, they kind of tapping their pockets, and all their money is gone. All right, it's Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right, they waking up from that wine, man. Right, kind of took a dang Advil, right, wiped their eyes and seen America to run off with their stuff, man. And they're about to do it to another country and another country and another country, right? The nations are upset. And guess what? Now America is going to fall by those same nations, right? America is going to get caught by the same nations, ultimately by the Lord. All right, let's go back to Revelations chapter 18 and verse 24. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of the saints and all that were slain upon the earth. Right, let's go to Revelation 17:1. The blood of our people. Right, this is Revelation chapter 17 and this is verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shah. And when I saw her, I wondered through great admiration. Hey, even when the fifth seal open up in this place, you're going to have a lot of our people, a lot of the saints be dead, man. Getting their head chopped off for the truth. Right? Hey, America's not done taking blood yet, man. America still has yet more blood to come. Right? More blood to come for the saints, man. Right? And in that day, right? And in that day, we're going to be happy for her, she's gonna be rewarded for all that blood that she's gonna shed, man, for our people. You know. All right, let me get Isaiah 47 and verse 9. America has to pay, man. All right, it's Isaiah chapter 47 verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. So the Lord's telling America, hey, use those enchantments. Right, use that witchcraft that you were doing from your youth, right, since when you became a country, right? Use those different things, right, and try to have that save you from the day of the Lord, right? Verse 12: stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so you that be able to profit, if so that be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now thy astrologers, thy stargazers, and the monthly prognosticators stand up, and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee, right? Have your wise men, right? Have the Congress, right? Have the scientists, the Department of Energy, right? The Department of so-and-so, right? Have them look into what's going on and have them save you from what I'm about to do to you, right? I will give you a chance. The Lord said, I'll give you a chance too. And guess what? They're not going to be able to save them. And we're going to read that. Verse 14, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall be a coal to warm at. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast scattered. Even thy merchants from thy youth, they shall wander everyone to his quarters. Everyone to his quarter. None shall save thee. And no nation is going to save America in that time. It's even prophesied that America's allies are going to turn against America in that time. All right. So, Ed, that was Revelations, the 18th chapter. Breakdown, Lord willing, you are edified. Right, it's a little two-part video. I like to give our praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Right, I like to give a mighty strong honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua and all the people that's out there in the highways and byways, all the brothers, right, all the sisters representing the households and the mighty children keeping these commandments. Let's stay enduring in this thing. Hey, get you a humility hoodie, right? KingdomVibes.net, right? Get you one. All right, support the brand. All right, but I like to bid everybody a mighty strong shalom.